Welcome back, our viewers. And as you have heard from the first session, this is truly a story of resilience. And we want to hear the second part. After Agatha being promoted to a HR assistant and even to the senior HR officer, what happened and how was the journey from there? So Agatha, welcome back.
Thank you. They say know something about everything and everything about something.
Sure.
Meaning what? In your area becomes so good, fancy. If this is what you are doing, for example, you are an admin, become so good, masterly, excellent. You are to go person. And also know something about other industries. Know something about fashion, cars, local news.
Expose yourself.
Yes, exposure is something big. So know something about everything and everything about something. That has helped me. I decided that I would be so good. I was redefining HR. That people did not need to think twice to come and see HR. Having been there and rising up the ladder, I defined the HR to date. I love what Angela Maya said. People will forget what you said, what you did, but they will never forget how you made them feel.
Sure.
I have always worked hard to that. That even when you are disengaging, because HR, somebody dismiss or termination, they are the order of the day, and sometimes they are inevitable. I have always make it a point that even as we are parting, I'm encouraging this person. It is not the end. And funny is today, if you are employed somewhere, it is good to know one day the job shall come to an end. But become so good, leave a legacy, become relevant.
Yeah, become relevant.
Don't become irrelevant that you are forgotten. 2 years down the line, nobody remember funnies. I can tell you all the companies that I have worked, even to date. At the last one, they almost striked because they didn't see it. Managing without me, I was to go person. Just being there for people. Because you don't know where you'll meet people tomorrow.
Sure.
Human beings,
positions may be temporary at times.
Yes. But leave a legacy. Leave a mark. That's what has defined me. So I was looking for exit strategy. A company had hunted me double salary of what I was earning. I was super excited. Went there, worked for a few years.
So you resigned here and now you have also transitioned to another company.
Similar, everything was similar. Again, there I also shined. I was an advocate for employees all the time.
Amazing.
And also the employer. I was telling the employee, the same energy that I fight your issues with, it is the same energy when it comes to disciplinary action. It is the same energy that I will put in place when dealing with in discipline. And I worked there for 2 years, and it was time to move. After that, I joined loss control as HR manager. 2 years again, Corona came, job ended. I joined manufacturing after issues settled. And I believe in bouncing back.
Yeah.
Jobs end, but I don't moan. I don't complain. Things will happen, but be that person. Resilience is not just anything. It is bouncing back, and it is a skill that all of us need to develop.
I love that because actually resilience cuts across our lives. In life, you will encounter so many challenges, some work-related, some job-related, spiritual-related. But if you're a person of giving up, then you will not be able to bounce back. So I love the fact that you're actually telling our viewers, because here we also advocate for mental wellness. The power of resilience, the power of believing in yourself, and the power of also bouncing back.
Yes.
Don't just go to a pity party, sit in a corner and start complaining. Yeah. So I really love that. And it's something I would also want to, you insist and tell people it is good even if you don't figure things how, you don't figure the end, but at least do what you can at that moment.
Yes, that's powerful. That we have to pick up. Some of us, we mourn when job end forever. Maybe you are the best person and something just happened and you find yourself out.
Sure.
I just want to encourage someone who is not working, something happened in workplace, and you just found yourself out.
Yeah.
Revamp your CV and go back. I love what the Kenyan, this slogan, ni kuoga na kurudi soko. It has really worked for me.
Yes.
There is no time to waste. There is no time to waste. It's to revamp your CV and to show up. And even this time that you are searching for job, search for something to keep your hands busy. And anyone working today, know that one day job will end. And I love what somebody said, that in employment, you can get even retirement. But when you tap into your purpose, that I will also talk about that as we end. When you tap into your purpose, there is no retirement. Nobody can sack you in your retirement.
Exactly.
And that's why I always encourage my mentees, because I also mentor young HR. As you are putting a lot of effort becoming a HR, and our mantra has always been to leave indelible marks in every organization the Lord will order our step. In our current cohort, our mantra is becoming indispensable. I have asserted myself as such. How can they sack me? They cannot, because they don't know how to figure out how to get another Agatha. And that's how we should set ourselves.
You're just too much for them to replace you.
Identify gaps, add value, add skills. Every day you have a solution for this company. And I love what even Steve Jobs said. We don't hire people to tell them what to do. We hire experts so that they can tell us
what to
do. We are in crisis. Every time you join an organization, they have a problem, and you are the person who needs to solve.
Try to identify the gaps.
Yes. And that's how I have shined in all the organization. I've done diverse industries. And that's how I shined. So I was talking about the corona time. I found myself jobless. That downtime, I was also conversing with God. God giving me ideas of what to do. Because you have a purpose. And in your purpose, you cannot retire. So I got my purpose. It was not well defined. I got the last job, manufacturing industry. Did for 1 year, 7 months. And it was time to move on. I identified my purpose. When I was feeling like I have done with employment, I asked God, what should I do with my life? And I just heard that still voice. I love what Isaiah 30:21 say. When you walk to the light, when you walk to the left, you will hear a voice saying, this is the way, follow it. And imagine, fancy, that voice is always there guiding us every day.
Yeah.
I went back to God and asked him, what should I do with my life? And I had start doing CVs, cover letter, LinkedIn. You have so much that you can give out, service. And I started. But it wasn't easy leaving the employment and joining entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
And that's why I have a burden of helping people how to transit. And when you are there, because I was there for 15 years, how to shine. Because you can shine. Everything someone know today, they learned. And if they learned, I don't think I'm a lesser human being.
You can learn too.
I can learn too. And I love this quote. A cat that dreams one day to be a lion must lose the appetite of rats.
Of rats, yes.
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 A cat that dreams one day to be a lion must lose the appetite of rats. There are some things that you have to let go.
You must lose being average.
Yes. Some friends. Some of us, we are not able to detach from our friends.
Yeah.
Even the things that hold us back. Some of us, we are not even able to leave the blanket. Funnies, I'm up by 3 every day.
3 a.m.?
3 a.m.
To do what?
1 hour prayers. Then after prayers, workout.
1 hour.
Yes, 30 minutes. 30 minutes I'm reading books.
Wow.
And I create 30 minutes for me and God. Meditation is big.
And that's creating all the difference.
Yes. I love what Albert Einstein said, that in imagination, there is so much creation. He was the genius ever lived. And things that he innovated, it was in meditation, being alone. And even Steve Jobs mentioned that all the turnaround of Apple, it was hours of being alone. The things I'm doing today, I hear them at that morning hours. The distractions are very few. I sit alone when I'm doing workout because I have to raise the dopamine. I don't have a bad day for me because I always have those
energies. I know the power of workouts.
Yes.
I usually go to the gym myself, and when I miss the gym, everything turns upside down.
Workout. I'm also thinking of starting something related to that because that energy, when you get it right in the morning, you get it right the entire day. Before I sleep, I have a to-do list. When I started, the phone was really distracting me, but not anymore. I have a journal.
Wow.
I list how my day was, what I'm grateful about. Those are the small things.
Gratitude notes.
Yes, that have shaped me as an entrepreneur. Because after leaving the last manufacturing company, I started my own. It's called Vast Talent Solution.
Okay.
I help small companies that don't need full-time HR. My coach told me not to be saying small. I help companies that don't need full-time HR. I consult, set system, set HR system policies. That's how my day is. I also do corporate training. And by the way, Fancy, I take my training in a very different way. Every company I have stepped into, they have called me back again and again.
Amazing.
Every training, if I'm training on stress management, customer service, which is now customer experience, I take it this way. Before I engage the team, I talk about background. Some of us, we are not to show up because of our background. Maybe we were raised up by a dysfunctioning family. Or a single father, single mother. And some of us, we were never shown love. Some of us, we are going through childhood trauma. So unless we
unpack.
Yes, and disconnect. And it is possible. I love what Joyce Meyer said in her book, Woman to Woman. She was raped several times by her father. And she said, you decide to be bitter or better. For her, she decided to be better. And when I take it that, I deal with childhood trauma just for 10-15 minutes, just to let them know, unless you disconnect. Some of us we had an engagement, you had invested in a boyfriend, girlfriend, it didn't work. Every time you show up, the noises, for me, I say the noises of my back, the way I put it, I refuse the noises of my ancestors or wherever I came from to distort me. Because those noises are real. You lose a job and you are not able to show up. Every time you want even to revamp your CV, remember how the manager, you were never affirmed by your mother.
You carry a lot of baggages and hence bitterness.
Remember you were raped.
Yeah.
You just decide today to be better or bitter. Even me, I have purpose to be better every day. Things, I have gone through a lot. I remember when I got married, I lost my firstborn. By then I'm a mother of 3 boys. My firstborn was a girl. I have never shared this in any space. This is my first time. You know, when the way you are a young mother and you don't know a lot. I heard my firstborn was a girl. She had jaundice, the yellowness of the eyes. And nobody was able to detect that, even the doctors. By the time I was taking her back to hospital, it was too late. She was in ICU for 1 week, and I finally lost her. Such thing, and people go through such a lot and they are not able to detach, they are not able to heal. I healed very fast. Even when we were doing all the preparation and everything, I was that strong person. Because if I mourn, I will mourn forever. Yes, I mourn, I cried, and even I said I don't want to see those clothes near me. But I healed very fast. And I would encourage all of us, we have gone through diverse situations.
Yeah.
Please tell God to heal you. He knows how to do it, and He does it the best way.
Sure.
So I healed, and I moved back. I moved on, and I was able to conceive again and again and again.
Yeah.
So whatever you are going through, you need to heal so that you're able to conceive another miracle. Don't let anything make you abort what you are carrying, because you are carrying destiny.
Yeah.
And every time I show up, I don't just show up for myself, I show up for my generation. I'm a template to people. So, and there is something that it is only you that you can say it the way you say it, and you change a life. And that's why I'm here, just to talk of my resilience.
Agatha, that is so amazing. And you have a powerful story. And I would like you to talk to and encourage, people, especially in the career, the young generation, us who are in career. And sometimes we feel this journey is tough. How the economy is going, the taxation has just come, you're not having pay rises, you're just there, you're trying to figure out bills, everything, and it's taking a toll on our our mental health. And as a result, you've seen even doctors, people who are being looked up in the society, committing suicide left, right, and center. So how I would like you to talk to these people in the career space, and tell them it's doable. And as you do this, I would also like you to give us 5 tips that helped you to grow the way you did.
Thank you, Fanny, for that question. Yes, burnout is real. Before it was called work-life balance. Nowadays it is called work-life integration. Because we have to integrate all. I am a mother, I am a founder, I am doing several things, I mentor, I do CVs. You see, it is not easy to show up, but what has helped me is to be disciplined. Sometimes you don't need motivation. Disciplined people don't need motivation. But if you have a consistent habit, and I love what James Clear talk about it in Atomic Habits, pick those habits that align with your career. So in terms of mental wellness, mental stress that we are seeing, it is when people hold those things. A relationship that didn't work. I lost my father. I lost my mom. I was educated up to this level. And my parents maybe had money. But now you pick it up from there. They did what they were able to do. From there, it's you to pick it up. We need to develop, I don't know how to put it, not more, it is even more than resilience. Showing up and just accepting that some things will never work out. The system that are in the world, they are systems that are designed to make us fail. But we need to rise up.
Yeah.
Because those systems, everything surrounding us, I always like putting it, even the economy you have mentioned in this analogy. Everything surrounding us is talking negative.
Yeah.
The economy, we had hope maybe in our president, things are not working, maybe it's his fault, not his fault. And I don't want to go into details. Everything surrounding us is negative. The only positive things that is needed, positive, is you. Remember when we were doing physics, negative and negative repel, negative and positive attract. So the only positive that is needed is us. When the economy is bad, what is Fanny saying? What is Agatha saying? Because that is the plus that is needed. There, unga imefika 500 or whatever figure. But what are you saying? Are you planning to evolve? Because me, I rise up every day. I say, even if unga get to 500, I will still buy it, and I will not complain.
Yeah. Is that attitude?
Yes, just believing. Power in the word. Proverbs 18:21. Life and death. Me, I say, even on my deathbed, if God forbid something happen, I'm still saying I will see my glad children.
Yeah.
And that is me.
Yeah.
Power in the word. Whatever cross my mind, it can cross my life. So if whatever is crossing my life is the economy, then I need to change that narrative.
Yeah.
I need to see myself and confess and do something so that beside the 50,000, the 20,000 I'm getting, I'm also able to tap into my purpose. That is big. When you tap into your purpose, fancy you cannot be broke.
So you also need to have a strategy.
Yes.
And you also need to adjust.
Yes.
Yes. That is what I'm picking from what you're saying.
And we are not suffering from money problem. We are suffering from idea problem. That's what my mentor told me this week. Agatha, you need to come up with greater other ideas. Because the word idea, if you don't have idea, you die.
Idea is broad.
Yes. In idea, there is die. So if you have no idea, then you pick the die. I told him, I'm not picking the die, I'm picking up. And you have to show up even when you don't feel like prepared to start that business.
Idea is continuous.
Yes. And I reiterate it again. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. So amazing. Start that side hustle, whether you feel like you are not the right person, whether like you don't have the right public speaking to show up, but you just have to start to be great. And that's what I have done, consistently showing up. Or you told me to give 5 points of how I have navigated the uncharted waters. We are living in ever-evolving world. So 1, attitude, which I have seen every time I step out for interviews, and even this week, one of manufacturing company have just engaged me just to do interviews for them. I would hire for attitude and train for anything else. Attitude, and I would pick it even at interview level. So show up with good attitude. Once you get this opportunity, because opportunities will come. Prepare. Preparation. Prior preparation prevents poor performance. When you prepare, when you are doing an intern, as you have put it, see yourself holding that position above you. And then you prepare. Whatever your boss has or skills, start slowly gaining them. So when opportunity comes, they say luck is, people will say that you are lucky. You are not. Luck is, luck is when opportunity meets preparedness. When you are prepared, an opportunity comes, then you grab it very fast. So develop yourself. Be prepared for any opportunity that comes. Opportunity comes to those people who are prepared. Develop. Develop yourself. Self-development. Invest. I love what Benjamin Frank said. Investment in knowledge pay the best interest. No break for excellence. If today the clappers for this show, we go back and prepare even more. No man will clap for you twice. So if you do something and people are excited, it's time to retrieve. Build capacity. Personal development. Become so good. Excellent. I love, the Bible says in the book of Daniel 6:3, and excellent spirit rested in Daniel. Mastery. A story is told of, even as I continue with the other 2 points, and maybe the 2 points are in that story. A ship on a dock for 16 years. All the renowned engineers tried fixing it, and they were not successful. One day a man walked with a hammer and said he had what it took to bring it back to life. The management were hesitant, but he was given a chance. Within 5 minutes, he knocked a particular body part and asked the captain to roll it. And he started the engine, and It rolled back to life. And the management were like, how? He was told to table the invoice. He tabled $100 invoice. And the management was shocked again.
They expected it to be
Yes.
pricey.
5 minutes.
Yes.
And you're asking for such a huge amount. He just told them, I charged $90 to diagnose the problem and $10 for the capacity exercise to execute the capacity to know where the problem is. They were still not convinced. And he settled the matter. He said, I have invested 30 years to build capacity so that I'm able to solve problems, such problem within very few minutes. Masterly. In your field, become so good. Don't just do bare minimum. Get to know anything about, if it is social media, if it is softwares, if it is HR, you know all the labor laws, you know all the nitty-gritties of your job. So that is something masterly. Build masterly. You don't even need to look for any job. When you develop yourself, job will come looking for you. You'll just be headhunted. What else may be the last one? And the resilience, because after you get this opportunity, things happen. God forbid, if Corona is back, how do you bounce back? Resilience. You fall and rise up. You build business. For us who are in business, something happened, you find yourself zero. You start again. You don't moon forever. So you rise up again. But for those people in career, it's quite exciting. But when you are there, have your purpose set. That if I'm here for 5 years and after 5 years, this is what I want to do. Set goals. It is never too late for you to set goals. You are not too old to set new goals and to dream again. Dream again. You lost something, you lost a business, you lost a husband, you lost whatever thing that you lost. You can rise up again. You can redefine your life. Life can be redefined. I have redefined mine from a general worker to HR manager to a founder of an organization. It is not easy. I will not say it is easy.
Yeah.
I have just developed an indomitable spirit, rising up, showing up, not giving up. That is me. That is my signature.
Wow. You have such an amazing story that one would want just to keep on hearing it and hearing it and hearing it again. And you mentioned something. You have a HR consultancy. It's called
Versatile Solution.
Yes. Maybe in a brief, you could just tell us what you do there so that our viewers also can be able to learn and reach out to you, as well as you can give us your contacts as we also, wind up the show.
Thank you so much, Fanny, for this opportunity. And let me talk about the vast. God gave me that name because I needed to solve problem.
Yeah.
Vast, because I want to go vast. By the way, 3 months ago, I bought a globe because Kenya is too small for me.
Wow.
Whatever crosses my mind can cross my life.
Sure.
I bought that globe, Redefining Psalms 2, 7, 8, and 9. My son, I have begotten you. That's what that verse says. Ask, and I will give you the inheritance of heathen, and the uttermost part of the earth is your inheritance. I said, how can I be given Australia if I have not seen it, if I have not confessed it, if I am doing nothing?
Yeah.
And when showing up, the same verse says, Gentiles will come to your light and kings to the brightness of your rising. For me to serve king, there is a level. So that's how the vast came, and I want to go vast. So what do I do in this consultancy? Just as what God started, the idea that God gave me, I still working 3 years down the line. I'm still redefining people's life by building their CV. doing the LinkedIn revamping. Maybe I will come back for another show to talk more about that.
Absolutely.
Company that don't need full-time HR. I have several. I have left a mark by just getting them the right people.
Yeah.
Because when we get it right with them at the engagement level, we are good to go. So recruitment, which we call talent acquisition, and training. And as you have said, as you have heard, the way I do my training, very unique way, handling the background, the childhood trauma, the exposure. When I handle that, when I silence those noises in people's mind, they are able to show up. Every time I would show up, my mantra has always been, you work when your mind and heart is at workplace, and that is missing. So when I'm able to silence those noises, people are able to show up, an admin, a digital marketing person, they are able even to hear those words, and they're able to get new ideas to push the company to the next level. So that's exactly what I'm doing. Besides that, I mentor young HR and the power of networking. When I was just navigating and working on my way out to employment, I went for a HR coffee. And somebody we were doing certification with her told me, Agatha, you have to mentor me. And I was like, how do I mentor you when we're in the same college?
Yeah.
She told me, I'm not practicing. I'm an admin in Nairobi Hospital. So it made sense. The same week, somebody else reached out. And today, I'm in cohort 6.
Wow.
Building capacity.
Amazing.
So I have a mentorship program. And just last week, as that my mantra has been, you don't have to wait for the right time. I just felt a voice in those meditation time, morning hour. You need to start helping people to speak confidently. And I started a cohort. We are in cohort 1, and I love the feedback. Because every day we are communicating. So if you're able to communicate, if you're able to articulate, you have great ideas. But if you're not able to articulate them, if today you get investors, if today you are pitching a business and you don't know what to say, then you miss the opportunity. Sure. Some of us, we could have been promoted long time ago, but when an opportunity comes, we shy off. You feel I have an accent, I cannot show up. You don't have to wait for the right time. Show up as it is. Then as times go, you build capacity, you grow. Amazing. So that's exactly what I'm doing. That one I started fearing, but when I had it, because I believe in instinct. Always trust your instinct. They're the message from soul. Sometimes even when you are doing business, you feel, and we still continue on, you need to go and inquire. I believe in that. Always trust your instinct. They're the message from soul. So when I had that, I did a poster because I did public speaking for 2 consecutive cohorts. And at this juncture, I want to give the flowers to Benhin Warubengo, who took me through that class. I didn't feel like I was the right person, but he has built capacity in me. The training were amazing. Yeah. And when she sent us out, he said, you can now go and practice and let's build capacity. Let's build more community on the same. So he kept on asking, how far are you in this? But finally I started. So sometimes we don't have to wait for the perfect time. We just have to start. So I have started that. So if you are scared, even when you are going for interview, I also do mock interview as I conclude. I also do mock interview. Like this week, 3 people have reached out to me, a digital marketer. On Wednesday, we did a mock interview. We are waiting for the feedback, and 2 HR. And even this afternoon, I have a mock interview. And 95% of the people who have reached out, they have asked the interview. Sometimes you just need preparation. Having been on the other side for 15 years, I know exactly what employers would be looking for. So an engagement, a mock interview with Agatha make all the difference. Thank you for the opportunity.
You're much welcome, and we are so humbled that you found time to come and talk to us. You're really a powerhouse. You have so much we can tap from your story and even, from what you're doing currently. So I would like you, as we close this, you tell us, how we can reach you, if you have social media pages, and also you do a parting shot.
Wow. Thank you, Fanny, for having me. My contact is 0720 235 334. 0720 235 334. My social media I will share later.
Okay.
Yes, but it is Vast Talent. If you go to social media, it's Vast Talent Solution.
Facebook.
Facebook is the same.
Instagram.
Instagram is the same.
TikTok.
TikTok, I don't have the company TikTok.
Okay.
TikTok, I'm Agatha Lidge.
Okay.
But then I'm doing great in TikTok.
Amazing.
Just sharing the vast experience and just sharing what I have learned in employment, how to show up, employability skill. How do you show up even when you don't have experience? How do you show up? What do you say? How do you tell your story in 2 minutes?
Okay.
Those are the TikToks that I'm making.
Amazing.
And thank you for my followers. God bless.
Okay, your parting shot?
My parting shot is you can become. There is nothing hard under the sun. Everything somebody know today, they were trained. And if they evolved, you can also evolve.
Okay.
Don't throw in the towel. There is still hope. Go back to your creator. If you are listening to me and you are jobless, or you are maybe in a toxic environment, or you just lost a job, you just lost something, go back to your creator. He speak not once, not twice. When deep sleep fall upon men, he open their ears and see the instruction. So go back to your creator. He know. I love what somebody said. The birds of the air, they don't struggle to fly, or they don't go for flying classes. The fish the same. It's only the human being that we struggle. Please know you came fully packed. You don't need anyone to affirm you. Show up, and you are not competing with anyone. You are just competing with the person that you were yesterday. Show up, and show up the best way. God bless.
Amen. Amazing. I don't have anything else to add, just to to ask you to continue watching our show, like, share, comment, subscribe if you have not, and please make sure you reach out to Agatha, because she's such an amazing person and you can learn and she can help you do a lot. Thank you so much. Till next time. Bye bye.